What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash. Shout out to the Dragon Riders and the House of the Dragon. We're chilling. We are dragging our asses, our feet, these nuts on the price of $320.41. We're not doing anything. Being so boring over the past near week now, from a low point to a high point. We have been, oh man, the way that we're consolidating right here, just based off of this, from a low to a high based off of this fib extension here, or fib retracement, the extended parts of that. Um, it would make me think that we've got lower to go before going higher, right? The whole past like 4 or 5 days, I've been saying that I expect to move up to that 340, 355 area, something like that, right? Up in this zone and then down. But I'm starting to think we might just move down, right? We actually might, because I think if we were to move up, we would have gotten above the 886 on both of these attempts right here, both of these days here. We wouldn't have held below it. And holding below the 100 like this, consolidating between the 100 and the 1272 like this, is a very strong signal, whether it's to the up or the downside, however you're moving into it and consolidating. That you're going to continue that trend deeper into the extensions. So $311, $303, those are the next target areas. Of course, these are just lines. You do not have to meet them. You can find a bounce somewhere in the middle, all right? Or you don't even have to touch them, but it wouldn't surprise me too much, especially with the way that this looks based off of this fib here and how small of a range this is. It wouldn't be crazy to assume that you could go past your 1618, perhaps down to your 1886, maybe even down to your 2272. And that would give price, that's a range of anything between about like 280 to 293.50. Regardless of what happens, right? And I want to make it clear, in case I haven't made it clear, for the past few days now or so, maybe a little bit more than 3 days, I've been calling for the price to move up first and then down. Because that to me just makes the most sense, right? You move down, you consolidate, you move down more, right? That's how it is, right? You don't just move down in a straight line. But with how things have been going, I am starting to assume that we will just actually slip. I don't think we're going to bounce from here. And if we look at the 4-hour chart, I think that agrees, and the 1-hour might as well. We'll see. Looking at the 4-hour RSI, you were looking somewhat strong here, a little bit resilient, right? Looking bullish. But what you've done is broken out of this little segment here, right? Very, very strong to the downside. Rejected your 50 area, right? Rejected your 40 area right there. Got oversold, and now you're up rejecting your 50 area again. And you're almost about to break below the 40 line. You could find support here. It is possible, and with the way that it looks right now, it almost would kind of make sense to find a low right there. But if you close much lower, right? We've got 52 minutes left, essentially. If you close too much lower, certainly if you close below this low here on a 4-hour basis, I would assume that my new call, my new prediction, instead of it moving up first, just moving down instead, would come to be realized. It would be likely to happen, a lot more likely to happen. I mean, I already think it's likely to happen. I don't know what word I'm looking for, but whenever we close below there, that would likely be the signal that we are moving to that range. And I think looking at the relative fib here from a low to a high does give us kind of a good idea of what to expect, right? And being that you held the 1272, I don't know why I can't delete these white lines. Being that you held the 1272, consolidated at this area, the logical next target, in my opinion, technically how you would do it would be the next fib area, which would be 311. But consolidating like this leads me to believe that you're actually probably going to shoot for that 1618 or the 1886 or somewhere deeper. So something around 300 or less, between like 280 and 305 really, is probably a better assumption of where we're going to go over the coming days. Soon enough. I would expect, especially with the way this 4 hours looking, if we start seeing some red side today, this next move down would literally be starting today. It might even finish today. It doesn't have to take a lot of time to do that, right? Like we could just rip down there today and then be done with it, right? We've made pretty big moves in a day's time before and pulled back up substantially in that amount of time. So it could be today. If not today, it's what? It's Saturday. It's Sunday on the charts, isn't it? It is Sunday on the charts. Sometime within the next week. Certainly sometime within the next 7 days, if not today. that we would see this move coming down, right? We're not going to be moving sideways forever unless, of course, we do, in which case, I don't know, man. We'll just switch to BCH instead of US dollars because that's your new stable coin right there. But no, I've got nothing else to say other than just the day-to-day normal stuff with a little bit of a change in the immediate direction for the price. If we look at the 1 hour, that's what I wanted to do. If you look at the 4 hour, right, broke out of this bullish kind of posturing, now you're in a bearish posturing. Absolutely, this is not a good look, right? You're in a position right now, a very fickle position where you could, if you bounce right here and you got above the 50, both of those conditions are met. You bounce here and you get above the 50. Maybe we do move up first and then we move down. I still believe we're gonna have lower prices regardless, okay? But if you look at the 1 hour, the 1 hour just looks terrible. Looks very terrible, right? You had a very established channel downwards here. You broke out of it and you couldn't even get overbought, man. You're hating being above the 60. You're loving getting oversold and just looking bad, right? Of course, you've been neutral recently, but as the price has been, but I think that's about to change. The 1 hour really looks bad. I would assume today could be the day, if not today, within the next 2 or 3 days. But I think today could be the day that we break out of this little boring phase here, get it on with the downside, and who knows, over the next week or so, we should have this next low figured out. And I think that'll be somewhere again around like 310 to 280. I don't expect we'll go lower than this low, and I expect it's going to happen very soon. And then after that, we can talk about some upside, hopefully, right? Hopefully it's onwards and upwards. But I got nothing else to say, guys. Same old song and dance. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Man, that is a bad-looking weekly candle right there, right? Like, that's some good bullish follow-through met by immediate rejection to the downside. I mean, damn, man. Anyways, I'm wondering, too, while we're still here. Yeah, we're going to get a change of trend here soon and to the upside, but maybe a little bit more downside first. Yeah. Yep. My goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a new month. Oh, that's right. Today is, that's awesome. So we had the month close for August. You guys are just seeing me figure things out now in real time. That's all. Okay. I forget that. Man, that's a nice, to be fair, guys, that is a really nice monthly close right there. It's not. It's 22% to the downside. It's not. But what I mean is closing right there at this level where you found resistance before, even a little bit of resistance back here, some support back here. I bet we can go back in time and find significance at that level, right? Right there. A little bit of significance there. Significance here, a little bit there. Right in the middle of that gap, of course, the huge gap, the very first bear cycle gap. Yeah, that's a nice monthly close at that level for support, for a low. I like that, if we were to move up from here. And how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months, baby. That was it, you guys. I'm very confident, very confident that was the low. I just think we go a little bit lower first from the current price, and then we move up. But if I'm wrong and we just move up, cool. I'll be happy with that too. But very confident August that was essentially the end of this correction. We're about to figure things out and move up, which is crazy. I wonder how the monthly on the Heikinashi would take it. I wonder how that would look. That'd be right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red right now. Could we flip this thing green by the end of this month? I would love to see that. Man, if we flip this green by the end of the month, that would be nice. And that takes more than just getting the price up to like 394, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what it would take. Have to do the math. But anyways, I'm done. I'm really done this time. So see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.